Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another hangout with me, Burke, aka Dansg08. It's been a little bit of a delay since the last one, and I'm sure you guys know why if you've been following my videos. If you don't know why there's been a delay, then go ahead and watch the little update video that I made a few days ago, kind of just explaining the situation and of what's been going on with work and the kind of political unrest in Turkey and all that kind of stuff. I don't really need to repeat myself, just go ahead and watch the video if you're interested. Let's get straight into it. Basically, once again, kind of work's been topsy-turvy. So I've kind of I've got a little bit of time at the moment to make some more videos. So I'm hoping to try and release Final Fantasy 13-2 Part 10 on Saturday. So that's going to be returned to normal kind of upload schedule. I managed to squeeze in Final Fantasy 12 on Wednesday as well. So hopefully from here on I'm going to be kind of back into a normal schedule again. As I mentioned in the update video, the next game I'm going to be covering is going to be The Last of Us. At the moment I'm kind of in two minds. I don't really know how I'm going to proceed with that game. Maybe you guys can kind of help me make a decision on what to do with that. Basically, obviously, you know, as a video game movie maker, The Last of Us is a nice candidate for making a movie. So obviously I want to make a movie, but at the same time I kind of enjoy doing commentary, and especially, you know, for this kind of game, it's going to be one that I want to kind of sit down and do commentary on. But obviously, in the name of kind of getting views, as I've kind of explained countless times, it's really important to kind of get there early. So with The Last of Us, I'm thinking if I try to make a movie, it's going to take me a long time, because this game is actually really similar to BioShock Infinite in that a lot of the kind of dialogue and story takes place while you're actually kind of playing. So in order to edit a proper movie out of it, kind of to kind of do it justice, it's gonna take a lot of time, maybe at least like a week of kind of solid recording and editing. And obviously, with the way I do things, I have to do a completely separate playthrough for the movie. You know, because I'll be kind of moving the camera and doing this and doing that, I will need to kind of, you know, specifically record a version, you know, for the movie. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because I have to have the kind of walkthrough version and the movie version. So uploading everything is gonna be difficult. So, you know, what do you guys want to see? You know, do you want to see a movie of it? I mean, I'm assuming that you do. And, you know, which one do you think that I should be focusing on first? Because obviously I can't really do it simultaneously. I'm going to have to either put a walkthrough out first, or I'm going to have to try to put the movie out first. And, you know, depending on when the game arrives, I've pre-ordered it. If it only arrives on release day, then, you know, I'm not going to be able to put out a movie at least 5 or 6 days after release. And I don't know if that's really going to pick up any views, because, you know, you guys know what the YouTube scene is like now. You know, within the, you know, I'm sure there's probably people out there that already have the game and they already started recording for their series. So I know it's going to be a difficult process, but just let me know what you guys think. You know, what should I do with this game? How should I proceed? You got any tips for me? Let me know in the comments, and I'll try to take it on board as I try to plan ahead for this game. Alright, so that's intro done. Let's move on to some Q&A. Alright, first question was about Solid Snake versus Sepiroth. Who would win in a fist fight? Now, this is going to be a bit disturbing, but I have not played Final Fantasy 7 to the end. Okay, so I had to shield myself from the flames there, because I could just feed it through the camera. Yeah, so I have not completed Final Fantasy 7, and with me I kind of started with Final Fantasy 10, you guys know the deal. With Final Fantasy games, because they're so kind of gripping and involving, it tends to be whichever Final Fantasy you play first is the one that you really kind of love and you get hooked on. And because they're the kind of Final Fantasies I started with, when I tried to play the old Final Fantasies, like, you know, 7, 8, 9, you know, I haven't even gone further back than 7. You know, those ones just seem completely ancient to me, and I find it hard to connect on the same level that I do with, you know, Final Fantasy 10 and those kind of series. So I have played Final Fantasy 7. I think I downloaded it from PSN and I put it onto my PSP like a couple of years ago, and I tried to play it whenever I had free time. And I think I got like 6 or 7 hours in, but then it kind of filtered out, and I haven't really played it since. So for that reason, I'm not that knowledgeable about Sepiroth. I've seen Final Fantasy 7 Advent Children, if that helps. But I've done a little bit of research, and from what I can understand, you know, if you're not placing any rules on the fight, it's straight up, you know, Sepiroth versus Solid Snake, then Solid Snake doesn't stand a chance, because, you know, Solid Snake is meant to be, you know, okay, he's genetically kind of, he's a clone of like a perfect soldier, but he follows kind of the laws of physics, so he's a guy, he's just a normal guy. And Sepiroth, you know, he's got powers and all this kind of stuff. So in a normal fight, there is no kind of, you know, debate. Sepiroth would absolutely destroy him. But, you know, when it comes to, let's say, you know, you try to bring it into as much of a real world situation as possible, so you took away like materia and magic and all that kind of stuff, and you actually made it, you know, a genuine fist fight, then, you know, it'd be a much more even battle, I think. Especially, you know, if you want to know what Solid Snake can do, if you haven't really watched much MGS before, you know, just type in Solid Snake versus Grey Fox, And you can see in MGS1, that guy's a cyborg ninja with, a really powerful exoskeleton and a blade and all that kind of stuff. And Solid Snake kind of beats him up with, so in hand-to-hand combat, Solid Snake is pretty amazing. But, Sepiroth, like I said, closing comment, Sepiroth would take him out in any kind of normal circumstances, but if you really kind of restricted Sepiroth's kind of abilities and all that kind of stuff, then who knows, could be anyone. So that's that. Alright, so the disappointment is going to continue with question 2, where people have been talking about what kind of animes do you watch. Unfortunately, not really anything. I only watch one anime, and that is Naruto. So once again, yeah, I know. So, I wish I could be the kind of guy that's going to give you loads of these cool animes and all this kind of stuff, but unfortunately, I only watch Naruto. And let me quickly explain about Naruto. I really, the whole anime game, I wasn't really into it at all. It wasn't something that I ever planned on really watching. But while I was at uni, a roommate of mine he was into his anime. He was a big Naruto fan. And he asked me about it, and he said, why don't you watch it? You're a gamer, you're this, that. You should be watching anime. So I thought I'd let him show me some stuff, and he showed me some stuff from Naruto, which seemed pretty interesting. And obviously, Naruto is one of them things. I was like, 18 at the time, and I kind of really got hooked into it because it really kind of, when I came into anime, I thought it was going to be very much kind of, I'm going to be too mature for it. I'm above that kind of thing. But then when I started watching it, I really kind of got hooked into the story. And it just went from there, and I went on a crazy spree of just watching Naruto for like 6 months straight, and I caught everything up from the first episode. And then with Naruto, I tend to have a phase where I'll watch it like continuously, and then I won't watch it again for a long time. And I had one of those phases recently where I missed like 150 episodes, and I just went back and over the course of a few weeks just watched them all. And again, I'm on a kind of hiatus from Naruto, so at the moment I'm not really watching any anime. So if anyone kind of wants to suggest some like really good animes, and especially if they're kind of short, because I know that there's kind of short ones that are only like 26 episodes or whatever, and then there's ones like Naruto that have like 800 episodes. Then if you can suggest some of those short ones, then maybe like when I have some free time, I'll try and get into those. But in general, anime is probably not going to be something that I'm going to end up really kind of being into and watching loads of different series at once. Maybe kind of a few series here and there if I get the time. So yeah, sorry to disappoint about the anime, but I do genuinely enjoy Naruto, and it's probably, for now, unless I really kind of come across something really interesting, then I probably won't be watching too much more anime. But I mean, as you guys saw from the last hangout, I do watch kind of animated movies, kind of Miyazaki, all this kind of stuff, Akira, I do really enjoy those. So films as well, I mean, animated movies, again, I think someone suggested a film called Paprika in the last episode. Keep those kind of suggestions coming in, and when I have time, I'll kind of filter through and try and see if I can find anything interesting to watch. Alright, so we have a PS4 versus Xbox question. This is going to be a very easy one to answer for me. PS4. Reason for that being, let me list out the Sony consoles that I own. PS1, PS2, PS3, PSP, PS Vita. So, also, wait, let me list out the Xbox consoles that I own. Yeah, that's it. I don't own any Xbox consoles. I played Xbox, well, I borrowed an Xbox off a friend to play Halo, like back when I was like 13 or something, 13, 14, to play Halo, and then other than that, I've never ever had an interest in buying an Xbox for anything really. So, sorry Xbox fanboys, I am a Sony fanboy, unfortunately. It's not that I'm so much a fanboy, it's just more that everything that I need is on Sony. I don't really see something on Xbox and I think to myself, oh no, I really need to get an Xbox in order to play that game. So, it's not that I have 100% loyalty to Sony. If Sony kind of, goes down the pan and Xbox becomes the greatest console with all the exclusives and everything that I want to play, then I'll switch over to Xbox. I don't really care. But for now, it's Sony all the way, and hopefully when the PS4 comes out, as long as it's not extortionate, I'll be saving up my money to buy one and hopefully play some cool games. So yeah, PS4 versus Xbox, PlayStation all the way, unfortunately. For you Xbox people anyway. Alright, channel of the week. This is going to be something a little bit different. As you guys know, I'm also into films, and since uni finished, I always wanted to kind of get myself a camera and start shooting some stuff, some photography, learn a few things about kind of filmmaking and photography, light, that kind of thing. So I bought myself a DSLR camera, which is actually what I'm recording myself off right now. And obviously when you're kind of buying a camera, you do lots of research into different things. And whenever I was kind of typing in camera reviews and that kind of stuff, there was a channel that kept popping up called Digital Rev TV. And this channel's a little bit strange. It's not really your conventional kind of review channel. So they have three kind of main presenters at the moment. They're based in Hong Kong. They're three kind of Chinese presenters. But one of them, the main presenter, Kai, is I think he's British born, or he's spent a long time in the UK. He has a really British accent, and the reviews are kind of really light-hearted, really funny, really enjoyable reviews, and they cover all of the kind of the latest photography and camera type stuff. So if you guys like photography, tech, cameras, that kind of stuff, then Digital Rev TV is a really funny channel. They have lots of kind of challenge kind of videos. They set themselves photography related challenges. And obviously the reviews, sometimes they're bringing special guests and that kind of stuff. It's it has high production value, and they have a really well made channel and excellent videos. So if you guys want to enjoy some kind of light-hearted, funny camera reviews and camera photography related videos, then check out Digital Rev TV, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy that one. Okay, so I'm going to keep it on the Last of Us type theme here, and if you guys can't tell already, I'm really excited by the Last of Us, and when it comes out I've got something special to show you guys, hopefully, so you guys are going to enjoy that when you see it. But the film of the week this week is going to be Zombieland. If you've seen it, once again, sorry, I've suggested a film you've seen, blah blah blah, but it's a great movie, and anyone who hasn't seen it really should. So Zombieland is a 2009 film directed by Ruben Fleischer, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. This is a film I actually went to the cinema to watch with my friends because I was kind of looking forward to it. It's a really, really funny, gruesome, action-packed movie. Obviously, it's about zombies. It stars Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, and Abigail Breslin. Those four actors, I think, for Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone, these kind of really helped to kickstart their careers. Jesse Eisenberg then went on to be in like Social Network and all that kind of stuff. Emma Stone, Spider-Man reboot. Woody Harrelson, he's a legend anyway. White guys can't jump. White men can't jump. No Country for Old Men. All these kind of fantastic movies. 7 Pounds. He's just a really fantastic actor. And Abigail Breslin, I think she was in Little Miss Sunshine. So yeah, we don't need to kind of discuss the film's plot too much. It's very simple. Jesse Eisenberg is like a stereotypical nerdy kind of college student who goes on this mission to find his family that are in Ohio. And when he sets off on the mission, he runs into Woody Harrelson, who is like the badass of the movie. And he's like this lean, mean, zombie killing machine. And at first they're a complete kind of clash of personalities and styles, but they find a way to work it out and decide that it's going to be better for them to stick together. So they team up and they start to go on this journey. Further along, they run into Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin, and the four of them kind of form a little family, and they kind of help each other out against the zombies, and they go on this kind of fun and entertaining trip across the US to try to get to safety. So yeah, I mean, it's seriously, it's a really fun movie. I don't think I've recommended this film to a lot of my friends and all this kind of thing, and I don't really remember anyone saying that they didn't enjoy the movie. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. It's really good fun. There's a really nice cameo by another acting legend that you guys might appreciate as well. It's really funny. So yeah, that's it. That's the film of the week, Zombieland. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it. Just if you haven't watched it, try to give it a watch and report back to me on what you thought about it, because I'm sure you're going to love it. So yeah, that wraps things up for this episode. Probably ends up being a really long one here because I missed out on last week, so I tried to answer a few questions as well. But it doesn't matter. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying it anyway. Remember, for next week's episode, just send in your questions, send in your comments, so that it gives me content to talk about. Because I think in the last Hangout there was only like 6 comments, and a couple of them were double comments. So try to keep interacting, keep posting questions, keep enjoying it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.